Alright, right now I'm just waiting on it to note that I've gone live on my laptop. So this way I can know I do not want to click on that. Videos, live streams. Alright, now I'm just waiting. Saying that I'm gonna have to sign in if I want to see any live streams I do. My laptop. There we go. I'm just waiting on people to get in here while I also get... There we go. Yeah, I know. Anyways, right now, this is for people who want to know how to do this stuff. But I'm just waiting for people to get in here. So, yes, this stream will be saved afterwards. That's the plan, as I mentioned in the description. So, hello everyone who's tuning in. Well, this is mainly for people who are going to be making web pages. So, we have, so I'm about to be getting started. I just need to, because I have a lot of videos I've been meaning to get around to watch. But right now I'm just waiting for people to get on here before I get started. So someone feel free to send this in the Discord server. I've noticed when I add stuff to my watch, here we go. I was waiting for that to happen as well. But I've noticed when I add stuff to my watch later playlist, I tend to just forget about it. And this typically happens whenever I live stream, so I don't mind that either. That's annoying. But yeah, for anyone who's gonna be making web pages, I'll probably, like I said, someone just go ahead and send it in the Discord server if they haven't already, and the link to this, so that way I can to the live stream, so that way people who are gonna be needing to watch it can tune in. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and get started. And yeah. So welcome to the workshop. This is for, like I said earlier, this is for people who are who want to learn to make pages for Mike's or Drawing website. So to get started, you are going to want to have all the pictures organized by city, town, and state, like this one right here, which is going to be for State Route 173 in Abbeville, Alabama. And the first thing you want to do is go ahead and get them organized. Like this, you can organize them more or less however you want, but this is how I personally like to have it organized, which is which as you can see, more or less how it's done. But basically, you want to get them all numbered, starting at number 1, in the order that you want to have them done properly. And then you're going to want to go to the photo resizer. Now, listen to this very closely. There are 2 photo resizers I primarily use, and it depends on the aspect ratio of the picture. If the picture is a standard screen 4:3 aspect ratio like these ones are, you're going to want to use the 160.0.exe one. If it is a 16:9 widescreen picture for the aspect ratio of the picture, you're going to want to use this 214.0.exe photo resizer. Now what you're going to do is just simply select all the pictures like I've done here, and then you're just going to drag them and drop them on the photo resizer like this. And when that's done, you'll see that pop up for a second, and it will resize them all. It'll create a bunch of thumbnails for you. So that is thumbnail generation done. All I'm going to do is just copy that so I can have it on hand for ease of reference later. And now, this is State Route 173, so we're going to want to make a highway shield, which means going here and going to the Alabama wide template. Alright, wait for Photoshop to load. And now you just simply select this, and then you type in the proper route number, which you're going to want to use the route shield for whatever state you're using or whatever the proper highway is. For example, since this is State Route 173, for Alabama State Route 173, we're going to use the Alabama State Route shield, and we're using the wide one because it's a 3-digit route. But then you just save this, and you want to save it as a .png file, and AL173. So I'm saving this one. Of course, you'd want to save it as the state route for whatever, this is the route number for whatever state route you're doing. Close. Now, probably should have picked a different town to start with, to be honest, but State Route 1, but this is going to be a bit fun because now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the PSD files. Now, as you can see, we do have a few different versions. We got version 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the current version, which we're using, which is 11. Now, you're going to want to make sure you select the proper one for whatever state you use. And the one I personally use is State Route. I'm tired. The proper one I personally use is yellow for Alabama. Each state has its own color. Off is used for defunct crossings, as you'll see in a little bit. But for active crossings in Alabama, I use yellow. You'll just want to check what color your state uses on the side. I can't remember them all right off the top of my head. You can ask one of the other admins or something, but one of our people on site. But I want to say Alabama. If I recall correctly, Alabama and Tennessee are yellow. I forget Florida. I forget if it's either green or yellow. But you'll want to make sure you use the proper one for your state. If your state does not have one assigned yet, just talk to me and I'll see about assigning one. But you'll want to go to the color you have in the current version, and then you'll want to select header.psd. Yeah, Kentucky's also yellow. Thanks for reminding me, Ethan. And now, this actually one I'm going to have to remind myself, but because we don't have an actual street name, since it's just a state route, you just simply get rid of that. And now I'm going to type near Abbeville. And I'm going to make sure I spelled that right. Yep, Abbeville, Alabama. Now I'm going to actually have to go to Word real fast to review a document I have on hand. I think this should be on the site, but no, not on the site, I mean on the Google Drive, in the Google Drive files. Hey, BC Rail fan. Okay, yeah. Alright. So what I'm going to do is, alright, image, canvas size. You'll want to make sure this is set to pixels when editing the, yeah, I think it's because you use a newer version of Photoshop. For whatever reason, newer versions of Photoshop, I'm not sure if this is the same for Pixlr, but I do know newer versions of Photoshop than the one I use, they tend to mess up. For whatever reason, they don't interpret the characters for the Road Geek 2005 fonts quite properly. Sean Juice, I'll answer you on Discord after the stream is over, just so you know. But yeah, it is something just to be aware of. Whoever is going to be uploading pages to this site, you'll probably want to let them know and say, hey, you might want to make sure that this is formatted properly. So, like I said, getting back to this, you are going to want to, when you are changing the size of this, you are going to want to make sure that you have pixels selected, so that way you size it properly. You cannot upload directly to the site. Jay Hunton, I believe, is going to be sending stuff to you, Colt, or I forget if he is. Wait, that's right. He is taking over he is handling Missouri, so he's going to be making the pages for Missouri, and then he's going to be sending them to either me or Tommy. Not sure which, but I believe Tommy. So just letting y'all know. So yeah, just you might be handing me out now, but you can't. But the only ones who can. There's only 4 people who can upload directly to the site, who are actively taking submissions. I mean, there's still 6 people who can, but of those of us who are actively taking submissions, that involves Tommy, CSX Railfan 2, Elliot, and finally me. Yeah, you can feel free to do that, BC Railfan. Once you've finished the pages, because I know you're going to be handling the pages for Canada, you can send the completed pages to me and I can get them uploaded to the site. That's what this web stream's for covering. So basically, you'll want to, so I have this set to 120. Now I'm going to go to so where do I have this shield? Now what I'm going to do is take this and just drag and drop that there. I think I actually do these a bit taller now that I think about it. Image, canvas size, pixels, 40. Yeah, it looks a bit more correct. I probably should have gone some deep. I'll get that after this class. Alright, there we go. Now, canvas size. Now you're gonna want. Now I'm gonna resize this so that way it's about like usually do about. So I'm gonna go with 400 to start with and 200. Now I'm going to select the text and the shield and basically align them so that way it looks proper. Now, image, canvas size, and I'm just going to crop this down a bit more, so 370. Yep, that looks better. And, okay. Yeah, he should be able to watch this after I've done this stream because he'll have the. Let's see if I can put this forward. No, I can't. Okay, but he'll because this stream will be recorded, so y'all can go back to it and watch it when I'm done. That sound was me moving my microphone on a little ceramic cup holder. So let's see here. Now we're gonna save as, and that's why I hit copy paste earlier. We're gonna go to basically where the page is, and now like with the highway shield, we are going to be saving this as a .png file. Just leave it as header.png. The ding. Oh, that ding. That's probably my. That was probably Facebook. That's probably a Facebook notification. You'll probably hear those throughout the stream as I get notifications for comments. But yeah, and then so basically saved as a header.png. Now we close out of this, and as you can see, we got it down there. Now what we're going to do is go and select the proper index page. Since this is an active crossing, we'll use index.html. And then once that's in you just copy paste that into the page with all your pictures, into the folder with all your pictures, and then for that crossing, and then you go to open it with Adobe Dreamweaver or Compose or whatever your current web page editor is. And here we go. This is the page. We can edit it. First off, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and change the title of the web page. Because with making a new page, well, I mean, this should be similar enough, Ethan. I didn't notice any major page formatting errors other than mistakes that you just simply left in. So Dreamweaver, no matter which version you should use, should be fine. Now, some stuff I'm going to be doing, it'll probably be in a slightly different spot, but we'll go to, but like I said, continuing on with making the page, you'll want to go ahead and edit the title up here, because this is going to be what displays in the tab that you have open. So this is Alabama State Route 173 near Abbeville, Alabama. And then I always like to go to the split view when editing the HTML itself, because that's what you want to do next. So basically, I go to find out where the last picture is, which in this case it's picture 24. And you don't have to if you don't want to, but I prefer to do it, especially when you have a defined town and such. Like Abbeville, they have their city limits. So I go with near. So I select all of that. Hit delete. I can't remember if Tommy does near or not. I think he does. And then also, down at the very bottom of the page, you're going to want to go ahead and get rid of this down here. This I have left in just in case you need it, but this is the audio file part, which as y'all know, we don't really do audio files anymore of crossings, so because we've gone on to embedding videos from YouTube. So just delete that. And then click over here and it will update. And then now just go to this and save it. Yeah. That can be useful. Usually I go with the actual street name. Like in this case, the actual street name is Alabama State Route 173. So now we're on to editing this, so we're going to want to go and get the page file. But we're going to want to get the inventory report and accident file from the website. So as you can see, the dot number is 637995N. So I can't remember if we have Bayline picked. Do we have? Yeah, I think we do actually. So 637995N. So you're going to want to put in the dot number into the... Yeah. That's what I've noticed as well. Oh, hey, Will. But I've noticed that as well with the FRA. They're not entirely reliable. I mean, so that's why I'm saying you want to go and get the... That's why I'm saying you want to confirm like the street name and such. Like there's a few ones that I've gotten from the FRA. I think they've gotten that were wrong. I still need to correct on the site. But anyways, you'll want to download the current inventory report. So you just... Yep, there we go. Now, I usually save all my inventory reports in one spot. So that way they don't create as much clutter. Save that. Now, accident report. You just simply click over to accident, as you can see, and then generate report as well. And this right here is good. This means that there is no accident file, which basically means that you don't have to edit the accident page. It means you don't have to edit the accident count. Alright, so this is the... So, here is the current inventory report, which is from 2017. So you're at 173. Everything's correct. It claims 6, though in my experience rail fanning, that is not accurate. It is more like 1 or 2 daily, which I'll show you what to do when we get to that. So now we're going to go back to here and start editing. First off, when you got a header, there is a very good chance that... I'd say usually Google Maps tends to be more accurate. Best thing you can do is look on Google Street View and find a street blade that you can read as close as you can to the crossing, because then that will tell you when and where what the street has, I guess, what the street name is. But generally, Google is more... Yeah, I mean, it depends on the railroad and such. I mean, Norfolk's aren't used to list a street name, though it wasn't always accurate on their emergency information signs. CSX never has. I mean, they have sometimes put it on the relay case, but I have noted sometimes it's been inaccurate or out of date. But yeah, when it comes to the street name, you're going to want to... I'd recommend using Google Maps, because Google Maps for a reason, because Google, well, they aren't they're the most accurate out of them. They aren't always entirely accurate, but they tend to be the most accurate. So now, anyways, getting back to this, the header, it's almost always never going to be the default size, which is 700 by 140. So what you're going to want to do is go down here, and there is a no symbol that you're going to want to click. And there you just simply click that, and it resets it to the picture's original size. And now, then you're going to want to go to the railroad logo. We do have a bunch on the site. And then you're going to want to select the proper one. I think it's .p. Yeah. I probably should have put this in the description, or I may go ahead and do that. But we do have on the site a list of all of the railroad logos that we have. If you need one, and it's not on the site, we pretty much have all the class ones, I believe. But if you need one and it's not on the website, just let me know, and you can even send me a railroad logo if you want via email, and I'll take it. I'll download it for you, and I'll download and put it up onto the site so you can use it. So yeah, there we go. So as you can see, Bayline Railroad, because this is owned by the Bayline. Now, we're going to go back to the inventory report, and we're going to get the milepost. I just like to copy and paste it in there. And it's 808.30, according to the FRA. And then created. Now, this there's a few things about the date created for the web page. Personally, what I like to do is when I'm planning to do the update. So, for example, this update's I'm planning to do it November 25th of 2019. You can do it the day you make the page, which in this case that would be October 5th, 2019. And so yeah, there you go for that. But you can do it as the date you're actually making the page, or the date you plan on doing the update. You can select which one. I want to say Tommy and I typically do it the day we do the update. Now, accidents, since there is no accidents here, we just simply go onto the dot number. We don't need to edit that. And now I'm going to select the dot number and just paste it in there. Now, total daily trains. When typically doing the total daily trains of a crossing, you simply go with what the FRA says. Like, for example, the FRA here in the inventory report says there is a total of 6 daily trains, though they are 10 movements a week, which is weird, but okay. However, in my experience, the Bay line, when operating on this particular line, they typically go and you're going to want to update when you create the page, Ethan. You don't want to leave it as the default date, but when it's inaccurate, when, like, if you know, for example, like, I mean, generally on their main lines, it tends to be pretty accurate. But, I mean, if you know that, for example, they've, like, if this is all zeros, even though you know that they run trains, or a certain number of times a week, or even how many times a day, rough estimation, or if you know when the if you know if they list a number of trains that's greater than the number of trains that they run, which in this case it's usually about, in my experience, it's usually closer to 5-6 trains a week on this particular line, usually about 1 movement a day. So what you want to do is put, instead of when you know it's the correct number or it looks to be correct, you just simply put as of, say, like 2017, and then the number. So let's say like 10 as of 2017. I'll need to do a mainline crossing for this later. And then, but if it's wrong, you'll want to put down estimated. I'm just going to copy paste this a few times real fast because I'm going to be needing this later. Let's see here. On the Bale A and G branch. I'm going to want that later. Now I just have this sticky note of a bunch of stuff I tend to use. So now what I'm going to do is just paste that there and over that. And I'm going to put 1. Cancel. I apparently hit the wrong number. And then finally, page created by. If all the pictures were if all the pictures that you on the page that you're doing were taken by you, all you have to do is just simply put the page that you created. Just put the page created. So put your name there. So for me, that'd be Free Brick Productions. Now, if you had a submission, what you want to put underneath is all pictures taken by, and then their name. So I'm just going to put, then you just put whoever's name goes there. All pictures taken by that. And of course, we do not have that today, since this is on this crossing, since all these pictures were taken by me. So then I don't need to do that. But then I'm going to put another space down there, and then I'm going to put down the fact that this crossing is located on what line it is, which is the Bay Line's Abbeville and Grimes branch. That's what I'm assuming A&G stands for. And now I'm going to save. You're going to want to save regularly because, assuming Dreamweaver or your computer or something crashes, that is not something you're going to want to have happen. So now, what I'm going to do, don't know why there's that weird graphical glitch going on there. There we go. Now what we're going to want to do is start merging cells, because we have stuff to caption. I just realized I could have gotten rid of this. So what I can do here is go back to split view and remove that line, because I don't have anything really to mention on those pictures. And then merge cells. So you just simply, if you want to merge two cells, you just simply select the two cells in question, and then go down here to the lower left. I assume this is the same on newer Dreamweaver and probably on Composer. And then there should be a button on Dreamweaver. It looks like this, and it just says, and that you select it and it merges those two cells. So you do that for all the cells you want to merge, mostly because of my experience. It's a bit easier. Just go ahead and get that out of the way. Go ahead and plan out what you want to say. And then usually go ahead and save at this point as well. And now we start writing down what the crossing has. So, overview, the crossing, overviews of the crossing here, and then first signal, and now I'm going to want to check the bases. That's Modern Industries, and that one is WRS. Modern Industries base. The signal has a. Now you can write out however you want for the captions, just as long as they make sense and are legible and grammatically correct. So then the emergency information, which since this is going to be the same on both, I can just go ahead and copy paste that. And now this signal has WCH 12 by 24 inch lights with GE dotted LEDs. So I put that underneath the lights. There's no bell here, so I don't have to list the bell, but any bells here. And then the second signal, and now this signal has more WCH 12 by 24 inch lights with GE dotted LEDs. And then that one is track view looking north towards, let's see here. I'm trying to remember which one this was. Next one up was, I think it was, yeah, County Route 45. Towards CR 45. And track view looking south towards now I'm going to want to go now for this. I can't really remember what the next one south was I have documented, so what I'm going to do is literally go to Google Maps and now look for the crossing that I need to, which in this case it's Abbeville, near Abbeville, which is down here in the southern part of the state. There's Abbeville. There's County Route, there's State Route 173, that's the crossing we're currently working on. So now I just go down here. And the next one I have documented south appears to be, if we have County Route, I'm going to have to check to see which one I have listed as County Route 7 or Columbia Road, but I believe this should be Columbia Road in Newville. So I'm going to go check that real fast. And this is where it's handy to have all your pictures organized ahead of time. So Newville, yep, Columbia. So now go back to Abbeville, AL 173. So Dreamweaver towards Columbia Road in Newville, Alabama. Is that near or in? It should be. Yeah, that's in Newville. Good. In Newville. I actually don't need to put state there. So near Columbia Road in Newville. And now for linking, what you want to do is just simply, if you know anything about command line interfaces, you know to go up one folder. Basically go from whatever folder you're in to the one that that folder currently is in. I guess that makes sense. So basically, for example, we're in Alabama State Route 173 right here. In a command line interface, to basically use the back button, you type a command that is just simply 2 periods, ... Now for the link, now it works the same way in HTML, which is very useful for me for links. So since County Route 45 is in the same, as part of the same directory as this one, we're going to just use ... /CR45 directory name. And there you go. Now that will be linked to County Route 45 on the website when it gets uploaded. Now we go to Columbia for this one. Since that is in a different part of the site, we have to go up multiple levels. So ... // which puts us into, and that link puts us all the way into County Route. That will put us all the way back to the Alabama route. So basically, the landing page there where it shows you A through F, G through Q, and R through Z. Now, since Newville is under G through Q, we put G through Q / Newville/Columbia. And that will link us to Columbia Road in Newville. I mean, you don't have to do if you want to, you can just simply merge these two cells and put track views if you don't want to have to figure out what the next crossing is. I sometimes don't. But it's entirely up to you if you want to or not. I personally like to. So, now we got the track views taken care of, so now the relay case. And now finally, action shots. So that's all that taken care of. Now one final thing that we have to do, and that is put the date these pictures were taken. So sometimes sometimes it'll have been long enough that I can't remember which day I took it, and if I had taken a bunch of pictures around that time, it might be hard for me to remember when that specific picture was taken. Now all these pictures here were taken on one day, and that day was July 25th, 2019. So all pictures were taken on 7/25/19. You can write out the date more or less however you want to, in whatever form you want. So, for example, if it's state route, for example, if it's if you want to, you could do 25/7/19 if that's how you prefer the date, or you can write out July 25th, 2019, or even 25th of July 2019. That's entirely up to you. I mean, I'm an American, so I for the numerical American format, which is month, day, year. And some people prefer day, month, year. Or you could even do the computer format, which is year, month, day. Like I said, that is entirely up to you for how you want to format your date. So that is this page finished. Of course, we want to make sure that it turned out good, so you go here, just double click on it to open the browser of your choice. And then you've got the page up, and now you just simply review it. Like, for example, I can click that. And normally on the website, on Mike's Server Crossing website, when it's up there, as you know, it will automatically link you directly to the index page. But for whatever reason, since it's on a computer, I'm guessing because my computer's not really set. Well, also there's the fact that I haven't made an index page for this yet. But there's also the fact my computer's not set up as a web server. I did. Oh yeah, sure enough, I did. See, that's why I always review. Sometimes you forget things like that. But for this one, so that is this signal uses a WRS base. And now save again. As you can see, it's updated now. But I mean, since I haven't made this yet, but because my computer's not set up as a server, it does not automatically look for an index.html file when accessing a new directory in a web browser. But on the site, it will automatically look for a page's index.html file. So there you go. And then I can click this, and that takes me to that one. So that's how you know that you've got it set up right. So I can scroll up and down, as you can see. Everything here is correct. So, just hover over that because of how many tabs I have open. If it will. It looked like it was correct earlier. And when in doubt, just drag it into like that. And there you go. I have it correct. So this page is done. Which means we can go on to the next one. Barnes, let's see, that's defunct. Now we're going to go on to, next one I'm going to do is a defunct crossing, which is basically any crossing that is not open or otherwise in service. It can be whether due to the line being dead, the crossing being a brand new one that they have yet to open the road for, a crossing that wasn't a crossing that people could travel through but was later closed and or removed. Like, for example, if you have a crossing that like if you documented a crossing back when it was open, then the crossing had the, but then the crossing was closed and the signals were removed. You can, what you're going to want to do is just use a defunct. This is a defunct crossing. Now the good news is that it has a very similar, the process is very similar to a standard crossing. Now what we're going to want to do is go to, so basically you're going to take this, go to the proper photo resizer and get the thumbnails made. Select all the pictures and do that. And then we're going to want to go here and making the header. We're going to want to steer this one. Yeah, it puts out its camera at 45 for whatever reason, though I know that is not correct. I don't believe there's not a county route assigned to this. County route 45 is the the street that the road intersects, but it's called a street called West Point Cutoff, which is not signed at all. No, do not document any overpasses. I mean, if you've already documented a crossing, like you've documented the entire crossing already, and it's later replaced by an overpass, you can show the crossing, but then just say, hey, this crossing has since been replaced by an overpass. If that makes any sense. When you're at the bottom of the page. This is why you want to use, this is what I'm going after. Also, we can close out of that. Let's see here. We're going to want to go to version 11. And we're going to want to go to off. I forget if on the but you do not want to take any pictures of the overpasses themselves. But now for this, you're going to want to go to, I forget if off, because off is the one that you're going to want to use for defunct crossings. I forget if they are on the web page. I forget if they're on the Google Drive. I forget if I have them under version 10 still, or if I copy under version 11, but I should have them under version 11. But you're going to want to go to off and header.psd. And real fast, does anyone have any questions so far? Any questions about what I've been doing so far? I'm going to give y'all a few more minutes. No? Okay. So continuing on. It's pretty much the same way as make the other one. You just simply type in the street name, which in this case it's West Point Cutoff. Wait, hang on. Is there a is the post office postal abbreviations for streets? Here we go. So no, cutoff does not have a standard postal abbreviation, so sounds good. I mean, if you want to, you could even, since I am narrating what I'm doing, you can listen along as you work on a page, but no abbreviation for cutoff, so I'll just leave it as West Point Cutoff. Sometimes, for whatever reason, there's a street that does not have a suffix on it, so I guess West Point Cutoff is one of those. So now, Abbeville, because this is within the city of Abbeville, and Alabama. Now, canvas size. Again, I'm going to reiterate this because this is very important. You will want to make sure you are set to pixels when editing the header. So go with 700 because that looks to be about the right width. Let's crop that down to 650. Alright, so West Point cutoff, Abbeville, Alabama. Now I'm going to want to go here, get the directory this is in, save as, and then .png, not pixar.png. Don't want a Pixar file, I want a PNG file, so .png, save. Yeah, you want to do that. That's a good idea too. And West Point cutoff. There you go. Now, one thing real fast that you're going to want to make sure you have for every crossing is as close to the 103 guidelines as possible. And those 103 guidelines are linked in the description of the stream if you want to look at them. Now, close. And no, because we already have a thing saved. Now, part of the reason why I'm doing this one is because it has the dot number on the relay case. So we can use that 638062N. So we go back to, so we close out of that so we don't need anymore. And 638062N. No accidents here. And generate report. Save, open, and for a reason it claims this is a private crossing even though it's not. This crossing is currently closed. However, it is worth noting I've never seen that happen, but it is worth noting that this is going to be getting reopened in the future, but so let's see here. So what we're going to want to do is now go here and select the index defunct crossing. We're going to want to do that. If you're in Australia, you're going to want to use the the Australian indexes. And now we're going to go here and just paste that in here. And then you're going to want to rename this to just index. You're going to want to keep every page that you make as index.html. So that way the server knows what to look for. And then you're going to open it. Then you're going to do the same thing where you open it with Adobe Dreamweaver. And now we're going to go to, so now we're going to do the same thing, update the title, West Point cutoff. Abandoned, Abbeville, Alabama, split. Now, again, start out 25. And get rid of that. And yeah, there we go. So that's this branch ready to start this part of the editing. And then West Point cutoff, bail.png. So just make that so that fits properly. Now milepost 812.60. and now created on November 25th, 2019. No accents here again. So go back here, Control A, Control C, and Control V. Now former daily trains. Not entirely sure which is accurate, if it was 4 weekly or 3 daily. 4 weekly to me sounds the most correct, so I'm going to want to change this from daily to weekly. So caps lock. Oops. I want to fix that later. Week. And then for as of, and this was as of 2017. Kind of surprised they keep up a thing for this. I've updated that one as recently. Now remove caps lock, free break productions, and this is on the Bale A and G branch. So yes, you can. Yes, you can actually do that. In fact, I would recommend that, because that way you can have older and newer. Because that way you can have the older equipment on the site. But yeah, that's a good question. You want to have the. You want to be able to show as much as you can, if possible. Like if you've taken pictures or have permission to use pictures of the older signals at a crossing, then you can use those. And like, if you've documented a crossing and then it gets upgraded, you can document the upgrade and have the page showing both. In fact, I've done that before, and there's going to be a few crossings in this upcoming update that I'm doing in November that will show crossings before and after they were upgraded. So, alright, so that's the beginning up there finished. Now, I'm gonna get the pages, get the files merged. All the cells merged here, and come on, get rid of that, and so I can keep merging. So here, track views. The old tie, new ties and the old ties. Save. Now, overviews of the crossing. I'd say pick a different date, Ethan, because this is going to be a pretty decently sized update, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to review your pages for the update. So I'd say probably just aim for like December, because I don't think I'm going to be updating Tennessee at all, to be honest. Especially considering the fact I have less than 2 months to get my update finished. So the first this is a cantilever, one's a mass signal, so I can do the cantilever signal. Now I'm going to review who made the signals here. I believe they're both Lincoln Industries. Yep, Lincoln Industries, Lincoln Industries. Say, please cantilever. I'd say whatever date you more or less want to. I mean, since you're not going to be actively uploading to the site directly, and just let me know which date you want to do an update on, and I'll see about getting it done that day. And I typically do the updates on the 25th of each month I do an update in. And Tommy typically does the 12th. Not sure about Ethan or CSX. No, not Ethan. I mean, not sure about Elliot or CSX Railfan 2, but they should be able to let you know when they want to do their updates. But basically just pick a date and I could try seeing an update out on that date or something. Sure, that sounds good, Ethan. Let's see here now. This signal uses some progress rail 12 by 24 inch lights with progress rail LEDs. Probably the only ones in the state of Alabama. It's rail 12 by 24 lights. Progress rail LEDs. And you can include those in your December update. It's still several months out. Headlights are more progress rail 12 by 20 inch light with progress rail LEDs. The second signal has a Lincoln Industries base. If you go fast, yes, but I wouldn't recommend it because I'm going to be knee deep in working on this update that I'm doing these examples on. So I'd probably aim for early 2020. Maybe if you want, you could try to get it in by December 25th as well, and I'll be able to I'll be able to do yours and Ethan's stuff and Tennessee and my pictures from Tennessee all at the same time. So now, signal has even more rail 12 by 24 inch lights. Make sure you spell that correctly, David, and whoops, with progress rail LEDs. Now, the relay case, which has the correct dot number post, but the wrong street name. Actually, I don't need to include the word correct there. I think that has the dot number and milepost, but the wrong street name. Now, track view looking south towards AL 27, I think that is. Let me just check that. Yep, State Route 27, and the next one north is Barnes Lane. AL 27. Track view looking north towards Barnes Lane. Yeah, was it Barnes Lane? I have a picture of the street blade there. Barnes, I think. No, I don't. But yeah, it's like Barnes Lane. That's Barnes. And / AL 27. Some new ties piled up near the crossing. Some old ties piled up around the crossing. Yes, they can be included. They can be included, Ethan. Don't have to worry about it. Basically, send me whatever you have done, and so let's see here. So the Bayline Railroad is currently in the process of rebuilding this part of the line for a new customer going in just south of this crossing. According to some newer pictures I've seen posted just north of here on Facebook, the line has since been rebuilt through this crossing. Well, the tracks have since been relayed. It's been relayed through this crossing. The rails have since been relayed through this crossing. It's been relayed through this crossing. All pictures were taken on to your west point 7/26/19. 26/19. Yes, you use a YouTube embedder for crossing videos. I'll get to that. I'll show you all that in my next page that I'm doing. So now, save. And now we're going to just review this real fast. Make sure it looks good in the browser. So do you? Let's see here. Bayline Road. Yep. This all looks correct. Now close out of this, close out of this, and now we're going to go and close out of this. Now, back. So, since someone asked about YouTube videos, we can do this one, because I have a video of this crossing, as y'all know. So, this is an active crossing, so I'm going to want to go ahead and get that back over to yellow. And photo resizer and 160. This is County Route 45, so this is how you make a county route shield for those of us who have to make them. We're going to go to highway shields here. Why is that there? Oh, that's right. Templates. County template. I'll see about updating Nashville when I'm, since on December 25th, I do plan on getting the entire Nashville, trying to get at least the entire Nashville and Eastern up, along with the entire Tennessee Southern. I'd say you can go ahead and send me your stuff for Nashville on that day. So now, County Route 45, and then you're going to want to select the next layer for Blackhawk, which this one says Blackhawk, because that's the default. And in this case, what county is this? I want to say it's Houston County, but I am going to need this later anyway, so 637997C. 997C. Generate. Save. Generate. Okay, let's go on and go to the next report, which is good because I can show y'all that now. County Route 45 in the county of Henry. It's here. I'm gonna just confirm that real fast. Abbeville, Henry County. Yep, Henry County. So caps lock Henry. County Route 45. Save as highway shields. Dot PNG and now CR 45 Henry, because I have a bunch of County Route 45s already. Close now. No changes there. Now templates. CR 45 Henry. There we go. And now I'm going to want to go with header. No, I don't have all the shields for the. I don't have all the shields. They should be like you can look up the highways on Wikipedia and get them. And on Wikimedia, the Wikimedia website, they do have. I want to say they do have some blank templates. When doubt, if you want to make a template, all you have to do is just simply create a shape and cover over the. Create a shape in Photoshop and just cover over the route number and save it as a PNG file, and then open up that PNG and save it as a .psd file with whatever route number you want to use. So, of course, since this one does not have a street name, near man, I am always off these days. Ville, Alabama. Now, image, canvas size, pixels, 50. I can go ahead and put that as the width, and 40 for the height. And now, highway shields, County Route 45 Henry. Image, canvas size, pixels. So let's see, whoops, wrong one. So 100 for the height. And back down. I'm gonna put that guy up a bit higher. Now, that's wrong button. Okay, yeah, it looks correct. Abbeville. And now file, save as. CR 45. Whoops. Header. That PNG. Okay. Now close because we don't need this guy anymore. Now, BC Rail fan, you asked about this. Whoops, I need the index page. So for embedding a video onto a web page. Now I already have I might see if I can go into Pastebin doing this. But like I said, just I like to have this on hand, just have a sticky note of all the stuff I tend to copy paste. Gonna wanna get the YouTube embedder. And the size of the videos we use a width of 960 and a height of 540, just so you know. So, split CR 45 near Abbeville, Alabama. Now, see here. Go ahead and just cut out everything past page after image 60. backspace. Now I'm going to also go and remove some of these that I don't need. Just go and clean up this a little bit. And there we go. Yep. And now down here, I'm gonna go and remove that. And now what you're gonna want to do is, alright. And now what you're gonna want to do is, for embedding a video, you're just gonna want to take the embedder code and just paste that in there. Now for me, because I have a one that I just kind of use for all of them, I have a thing that here that says video ID goes here. Now, for whatever reason, in the YouTube embedder, if you put anything in the embed code, in the, let's see here, this should be I just need to go over here, video manager. If you need to, now I just gotta wait for this thing to eventually load. But anyways, if for whatever reason, if there's anything in the URL that you're embedding, this is true on the form, anything that you're embedding after the video ID, it will not work. I do not know why. It is something on YouTube's end, because this is their embed code, but it will not work. So now what we're going to want to do is go to, so let's see here, Abbeville. Now I'm going to go here, counter route 45. Pause, next this finally loads. Just pause that. Now in the URL, a video ID is basically the part I've highlighted. It's the part after the watch $V equals whatever. Sometimes, if you've been previously watching a video, or if it's in a playlist, there'll be like an and then some more information such as T82 seconds, which basically tells YouTube to automatically start playing the video at 82 seconds when you go to that page. Now you do not want anything after that, so like I said, you want the part that I've highlighted, just kind of a set of random characters right there. That is the video's individual ID, because each video gets assigned its own unique ID when it's uploaded. So basically you just take that and just copy paste that into the embed code, and that will embed the video. It will not display anything in Dreamweaver. It will just display this gray box. I don't know why. I'm guessing it's because YouTube does not support I'm guessing because Dreamweaver does not natively support videos. I don't think natively supports Flash objects either, as a side note, but Flash is going away soon. Oh. Let's just reopen that. Right there, I accidentally hit Control W in addition to Control S. In Dreamweaver, if you hit Control W, it closes whatever tab you currently have open. I was just trying to save that and accidentally by hitting Control S. But yeah, I basically did the same thing here. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same way. Bailed.png. Now I go to here. This set milepost 809.00. Now what I'm going to do, because I always like to make these look nice, is I'm just going to take this and select that. There we go. There we go. That looks good. Now, November 25th, 2019. Now, total accidents. Because we have an accident report, this crossing does have an actual accident report. We basically just want to read through, see how many accident reports there are. Sometimes, if there was, say, this is for a line that had, let's say, Amtrak on it, and an Amtrak train hit a car, Amtrak and the railroad that owns the line, such as, say, Norfolk Southern, would both file an accident report. I've noticed. I don't know why, but I've seen that happen. It'll be for the same accident, so you want to read through and count each individual accident report. So, we got Seaboard System. This actually happened before the signals were installed, which is part of the reason why they got put up in the mid-'80s. So, 1, 2. Ooh, that one killed a couple people. And 3. So yes, there are 3 accidents here. So now we go to total accidents, 3. Then you select the entire thing, and you change it to accidents red from accidents green. Because accidents red means that there is no Canada, as far as I'm aware, Canada does not have a, I think a former member of the site, Seth, I want to say he found where Canada's crossing inventory such was. But as far as I'm aware, unlike the US, Canada does not have a public database of accidents and crossings and such, so I'd say just estimate for all as much as you can. For accidents, just put a /A. And have just put accidents for, if you do not know the number of accidents, which I can show you real fast on this. If you do not know, you just put /A, accidents not available, total accidents, because you do not know it, so it's not available. Or you can put unknown, whichever you prefer, and then just put yellow. So total accidents /A, and then make sure it's yellow, because you do not know the accidents, and we do not know if there's been none or if there has been several. So now I'm going to put this back to 3 and put it back to red. So if you do not know the number of accidents, it is /A and yellow. If you do know that there has been at least one accident, you put the number of accidents and if you know there's been an accident there, you put, if you can officially confirm that, you put the total number of accidents I've occurred, you put 1, you put the number of accidents, and you put color it red. If there's been none, you leave it as 0 and green. Alright, so now, dot number, we go back here, Control-C, Control-V, and like this one, they appears to have the incorrect numbers, so total daily trains, I usually put 1, and, whoops, wrong one, and estimated, and Free Brick Productions, and now enter. Now that's on the Bayline A and G branch. So I'm just going to take that, save that. Now just gotta merge all these cells. Let's see here, so. merge those. Something to note is that when you are merging the cells, when you're organizing how you want to do it, if you have something to put in one box, like say I'm going to be writing some text in for picture 56 later, but I'm not going to be doing anything for any of these, you are going to want to merge the unused cells. Just to let y'all know. And now Control S. Now overviews of the crossing, which still retains a 80s SBD install. For the cantilever signal, it's a modern industries. If there's no dot number, I'd say just, yeah, like I said, I don't think Canada has a public crossing inventory system. So I'd just get rid of the crossing dot number line entirely. Since you're going to be primarily working on Canada, you can even go for your master copy of the index page, the one that you are going to be using for all of them that you've downloaded. Basically download the index page I have on Google Drive and then just remove the crossing dot number from that. Use cantilever. The emergency formation. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy paste that into there. The front lights are a pair of modern industries 12 by 24 inch lights. Overhead lights are more modern industries 12 by 24 inch lights. The gate mast has a safe tran base, a safe tran gate mechanism. Yes, that beep was Facebook. I've explained this before, Ethan. That's just Facebook notifying me of a comment on a post I'm following. The rear lights are a pair of safe tran 12 by 4 inch lights. So I guess these are the rear mast lights, I should say. Rear mast lights. Front mast lights. This signal uses dialight gate lights. The second signal has another safe tran base, another safe tran gate mechanism. This signal uses more safe tran 12 by 24 inch lights. Lone bell here is a safe tran mechanical bell. Signal uses more dialight gate lights. The relay case. Track view looking north towards CR 41. If I'm correct, that's next crossing north. Yeah, because there's that one. Yeah, 41's right. That's County Route 41. For every reason, Google has it listed as County Route 42. And this is the main reason why I say Google's... Well, it's the most accurate. It's not always accurate because, like, right here, as you can see, it claims this is County Route 42. But if I were to go to Street View up here, I may have to look around a bit. Yep, right down here you can see. Oh no, that's right. That is kind of 42. Duh. Huh. Wait, was this the crossing I documented though? Oh no, there it is. Camera at 41. Yeah. Camera at 41 is the next one I north I documented. But there have been times where I've seen Google put down the wrong street name. Sometimes because they have a slightly different, due to the way their algorithm works. So camera at 42, track view looking south towards Alabama State Route 173. And now that slash AL 173. Oops. That slash AL 173. That CR 41. Wait, why did I put 41? Stupid. 42. Now post located at this crossing. Now some divates. And the southern B40 and Lachicola and northern B38-3 pull train south through this crossing. The train passes and the gates rise. This. Let's see here, I need to double check the spelling of Apalachicola and Northern real fast, since I have this already open. Apalachicola. Northern Railroad. Yeah. There's only one B. Got it. And now, all pictures and the video were taken on 7/25/19, if I recall correctly. Oops, wrong one. Whoops. I cannot select the proper one for my life. There we go. 7/25/19, yep. Control S. Now what we're going to want to do is, alright, sounds good. So what we're going to want to do now is just check this, make sure it all looks good. So now scroll down. For example, I can click this. As you can see, there's index to HTML on this one, but yep. Oh, duh. So, I accidentally put down the wrong street name again. CR41. Now I can refresh that and there we go. So yep, there's the video. It will play properly. So everything here looks correct. Now we are going to want to go on to, I'm going to show you a few other things with Abbeville. That's part of the reason why I went ahead and picked Abbeville. is because a lot of this stuff, because it kind of has a wide variety of pages, you kind of things that will be useful to know. So now close, close. So now I'm going to show you how to make a page for crossing that does not have, that you do not know a dot number for. Like this one, because this guy does not have the dot number listed anywhere at him due to the fact that he's been abandoned for a long time. And plus it's going to be a bit of an unusual page anyways. But first, real fast, I forgot to mention something on this page, so I'm going to get that. So I'm going to take care of this real fast. Split. Whoops. Control Z. Google Street View shows that this crossing originally had a pair of WCH West Corners mechanical bells. Obviously since been removed. Save. I'm going to copy this because I'm going to need it later. So what I'm going to do is just paste that here onto my onto that. Close back out of this. Alright, getting onto State Route 27. What you're going to want to do for any crossing you're not aware of the dot number of, you're going to want to get the dot number of a nearby crossing. So I have County Route 45 here, which is close enough. And what you're going to want to do is, on the FRA's website, is click Generate Map instead of Generate Report. Now this is going to take a little to load, but it will bring us up a nice map. And what I personally like to do is click here and go to streets as the base map, so that way I can see what I'm looking for easily. And now, oh, there's two dot numbers here. What's this guy? Okay, he's just he's this guy right here. Sometimes the FRA, for a reason, they put in one of the coordinates slightly wrong, so it gets put way off. But we want to select this guy because he is the dot number we're looking for. And okay, so this is State Route 27. Inventory link, more info. Accident link. So that'll open us a new tab and it'll download. So we'll want to download that. And now accident link. And there's no accents here. Okay, that's good. So we have alright, so this is the information we were looking for. Huh. Change in data. This crossing inching left is not officially closed. But it says, though the information here is still out of date, because back in 2017 I doubt the signals are still standing. So basically we have the information we need now. So we can get to making this page. So now photo resizer. Sounds good, Ethan. And I'm going to try and make this less than 4 hours. By the way, this entire workshop's going to be less than 4 hours. So that way I can... so that way the entire recording will be available on YouTube. So So I'm currently about a little over an hour and a half. Yeah. So now we're gonna want to make the header. And we can just stay in off for this one now since we have all the others pretty much done. So copy that. Header. PSD. I'm honestly not sure. I am going to be doing Georgia in my November update, but like I said, it's going to be a big one, so I don't think I can review any of your submissions. Actually, hey Ethan, try to get your pictures in, I'd say, by the start of November. Try and get your web pages made and send them to me. Don't update the Georgia index, just get all the towns made and send them to me by Georgia. For Georgia, send those to me by the start of November, and I'll see about getting them in this update that I'm doing. So that way I can, because I am going to be updating Georgia in this update, so. Let's see here. Since this one is just State Route 27, I can go Abbeville. Yeah. That reminds me, after the stream's over, I'm going to see about getting you sent the Georgia stuff. But just, I do need to show y'all how to do an updated page later, so I'll do that after this. After I finish Abbeville, I'm going to show y'all how to update a page, because I know you, Ethan, you're going to be paying attention to that, because that is something you yourself will need to know. So, this is already 140 pixels high, so highway shields. Do I have an Alabama State Route 27 shield already? No, I do not. So templates, Alabama Route template. So, AL 27. File, save as, AL 27. PNG. No. And there we go. Image, canvas size, pixels. Actually, send me the stuff that you're gonna, but yeah, just I'll send you the Georgia stuff and just pay attention. I'll be here in a little. Just pay attention because I'm going to be. Because once I finish, like I said, once I finish Abbeville, I'm going to skip on down to Clanton so I can show you how to properly. So I can show you how to properly update a web. So I can show you how to properly update the web pages. Because that'll be important for you to know for Nashville and Georgia and such. So 300, 200. Yep, Abbeville, Alabama. File, save as. PSD, so PNG, save, okay, close, no. MX crossing site index defunct crossing. I mean, I'm planning on handling Georgia. Oh, come on. I don't need that. Yeah, it's because I literally renamed it while you're trying to open it. Dreamweaver. So now, AL 27 abandoned Alabama. Alright, I'm planning on handling Georgia, but I can send you the Georgia pages. I mean, I can send you the files for Georgia if you want to make pages and accept submissions from there. I also need to make sure I send you the updated files from the site whenever I do an update. That doesn't include anything you've done. So now, we're going to want to go down here. Now this may seem a bit weird. Since we only have 17, but this may seem a bit weird, but what I'm going to be doing is reorganizing this a bit. So I'm going to be taking 16 here, Control X, just cut and paste that there, and now I'm going to remove the extra ones I don't need. This is also important to know if you are making a page and you have captions. If you have something that doesn't end in a multiple of 4, and you are going to be captioning those last few pictures, you're going to want to remove the unused caption cells. So like that. And now I can remove the rest of these unused ones. And now alright, that looks about right. Alright, so that looks like everything I need. So design and save. Bail.png. Now, we're going to want to go to the inventory report. I'll post 812.10. Dang it. There we go. Alright. But I am going to need to send you the Georgia files anyways, because you've undoubtedly taken some pictures of some crossings that I have already on the site, and I'm going to need you to get those updated. Which is why I'm going to be sending you the Georgia stuff. Because, like, for example, with the one crossing that you updated from Nashville, I'm assuming because you didn't have the I'm pretty sure I sent it to you. Where you had messed up the update. And you accidentally replaced the entire page rather than updating just the page, so that's why I need to send you the files as a whole. This 2017. Yeah, 2017, 2019. Total accidents. There's no accidents, but I can take this and just copy paste that. Oops. That's right. Control-Shift-V, text only. Now, former daily trains as of 2017, that was for weekly. So, week 4. Alright, now Free Break Productions and sticky notes. It's on the Bayline A&G branch. Save. Apparently didn't organize this well enough. Alright, yeah, I need to go back into this and do some editing. Control-V. Now what I'm going to do is remove 5 and 6 from here. Remove those two and those two. Now move this one and just Control-X and Control-V. So y'all are seeing how I'm doing this, right? Y'all just see how I'm doing these. I got that reorganized. Here, so now, yeah, all that looks correct. So save. Overviews of the crossing. The relay case. The SNS relay case. Still standing. Track view looking south towards CR41. CR41. Track view looking north towards West Point cutoff. Oops. Now let's get these merged. Trash piled around the crossing. First, use base. Picture 11. Lay See you, AGS Railfan. Laying next to the crossing. Until base it has new ties crossing ties. So you're according to Google Street View, these signals here previously had Modern Industries 12 by 24 inch light. It's to be Modern Industries 12 by 24 inch lights. No bells. CNC equipment was stripped from the masts when these signals were removed. And now I'm just gonna Control C. Control C. All pictures were taken on 7/26/19. S. And now I'm going to just look at this page. Yeah, see what I did there? I misspelled this URL. West Point. Oops. There we go, that works. So, now we're going to, let's see, how long have I been going at this? For almost 2 hours now, okay. So now what I'm going to do is close out of this, close out of that, close out of these, and the next one I'm going to be working on is going to be Barnes Lane. Is there a dot number for Barnes Lane? One thing I'm going to want to check real fast is let's see, I'm just going to go to imagery. I'm thinking that might be Barnes Lane. 6665. I mean, I could try 64. And it won't show up on the map since it is. I mean, sometimes you'll have to figure out what the nearby crossings have. I'm going to try 63 and 64. Real fast with the... So let's see here, 63806 3A. If this is a valid one, it will tell me, so B quite clear that Barnes Lane is officially recorded as closed by the FRA. So now what I have to do is just simply go through here and try a few different numbers until I get one that works. J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Okay, this guy has something. Save. Private road. 80. I'm also going to real fast just see what 4 brings up. A, B, C. I'm going to check both of these real fast, just see which one, if any of these say barn. Yep, there we go. We found Barnes Lane. Because for whatever reason, sometimes when you have to, if you have a defunct crossing that's been closed a long time, you'll have to literally just look at the surrounding crossings dot numbers if you have them, and just go through and just check each one that, and just basically type in what you think should be the number, and then just increment the letter. And now accident. There probably won't be any. Nope, no accidents. Just like figured. Yep, this guy is closed, which is why he did not show up on the map. So now, Barnes. Oh wait, I put in the wrong thing for 27. Open with. And photo resizer. 160. First off, I need to just north of this crossing. And close now. Alright, so Barnes Lane. Off header. So Barnes Lane, Abbeville, Alabama. Image, canvas size, pixels. 400 is too small, so I'm going to go with 420. Yep. File, save as. Barnes. Oh, and Ethan, you're still watching, right? Crossing site. Alright, yeah, I've been paying attention that I have been when cropping the sizes, when changing the sizes of the header images, you have noticed that I've been using pixels, right? Using the pixels for the file sizes, right? Oh, hey again, Will. Alright. There that one is. Because I think you were leaving them in centimeters, or when you, on the previous update you did. So your Barnes Lane, Bandon, Abbeville, Alabama. Split. Now here I'm going to want to remove those, and now scroll down, move. Yeah, we deal in pixels. So, because pixels gonna be what translates directly to the size on the screen. Bail.png. That's fair enough, Will. And if you want to actually start making web pages for the United Kingdom for the website and sending them to me, I can send you the stuff that I have on Google Drive, by the way. Let's see here. Mailpost. I know. Let's see here now. There's been no accents. In. Let's see here and now. No accidents. So it just goes directly onto the dot number. Former daily trains. Former weekly trains, that was 4. That was like week. And now estimated. Move caps lock. Production. A&G branch. Alright, so save. So, overview of the crossing. Track view looking north. Track view south towards West Point cutoff. Again with the west points. Some old ties piled near the crossing. Closer look at the cleared out of way. And now to this crossing, which appears that will be the new end of the active part of the line. Of the line. Sure if this crossing will come active in or not though. All pictures were taken on 7/26/19. And now just review the page. Yep, that looks correct. Sure. And if you want to, well, like I said, I can send you the stuff that I use to make pages with, and you can make them and then send them to me. That way, you can, that way you're partially reduces the workload on my end and lets me get them up faster. But the, other things is that, but yeah, I can still make them, but I'd say try to more or less see about how the you can see about kind of what we're looking for in terms of pictures on the 103 page I have linked in the description. If that helps any, but doing the well, if you make the page yourself, it'd give you a bit more control, and also you'd be the one who knows the information a bit more about the crossings than I do. So. There we go. That one's done, so close. Now, I'll go here, and camera at 41, the last one for Appville. Photo resizer. Hey, Colt. See here now. I want to go with highway shields, county template. Don't want to make CR41 now. I'll make that county route template. Henry. File save as. 1. Yep, I have no CR41 already, so I can just say that's CR41. No. Scroll down here. There he is. And now off header. And now so delete that. Ville, Alabama. Wait, this is near Abbeville because it's just outside of the city limits. Highway shields. No, I don't mean to do that. Thank you. Now, highway shields. Image canvas size, pixels, 200 by 50. So now file, save as. Header.png, save, okay. Now, close out of this. And now, I just need the crossing site, defunct xing, change this index, and now, open with 638057S. Okay, that's unexpected. This guy has an accident report. I mean, the gated seaboard one, I can understand. This guy, though, makes me question why. So let's see here. Okay. For our weekly transit, it looks like it's about 10. Alright. So now, there has only been one accident here. So now, CR41 Abbeville, Alabama. Abandoned. Scroll all the way down here. Delete. Now, most cross-butt crossings are pretty much going to just kind of be, if you do cross-butt crossings, they're pretty much going to be, for the most part, all identical, with the exception of the track view listings. Bale, G. Now, milepost 811.40. #25th, 2019. Total accidents. There has been one accident. So, whoops, 1 and red, and now we need the dot number, and now former daily trains. I'm just gonna go with 10 as of 2017. Probably technically wrong, but I don't care. Brick Productions. Alright, sounds good. Hey, C-Strains. Hey, Joseph Strains. And you can rewatch the entire stream once I've finished this. Let's see here now. A-G branch. Save. Now. Here. Yep. Overviews of the crossing. The first cross buck. The emergency information. The second cross buck. Track view looking south towards CR45. Track view looking north towards AL27. And now just bit crossing. As you can see, this crossing has pretty much already been rebuilt. And now has new cross bucks installed at it. All pictures were taken on (7/26/19). Save. Now I'm going to make sure this one turned out properly. There we go. Yep. So, I wonder if they've ever fixed that Wabco or if it's still dead. So this guy is, wait, why did I put daily? I meant weekly. Weekly bit trains. There weren't 10 trains a day, there's 10 trains a week, according to the FRA. And now, going to, alright, so this guy is ready to go, so I can close out of him. And now we get to get onto the fun part. And if you want to, you can get pictures. Make sure you, hey Bryant, make sure you follow the 103 page that I have linked in the description, because that has the submission guidelines pretty much for what we're looking for. Now we have 6 crossings on this page, so what I'm going to want to do is find another Barton has 3. So what I'm going to want to do is make a, what I like to do personally is just take a town page that's already been made and just Hawkville, that has 6, and just copy paste the index page from that into the town I'm working on if it's a brand new town. So now Abbeville, actually, first off, what I'm going to want to do is, since this is a pretty shield heavy one, what I'm going to do is just take the shields I have and just copy paste them over here. So 41, 45 Henry, 27, 173. Control C, Control V. Now rename that just to CR45. And now I'm going to open all of these in Photoshop. And pardon my mom in the background, she's watching the Auburn football game. And now what I'm going to do is just image size 24 by 24. Okay. Save. Image size 24. Save. Image size 24. Save. Image size 24. Whoops. Image size. Yeah. 4. Image size 24. Save. Alright, now I'm going to want to go to yellow and make a header. And oh, wrong file. Discard. I selected the wrong one. You want to select, when you're making a header for a town page, town or city page, you want to select location.psd, which is this guy right here. Location.psd. So Abbeville AL. For now, image, canvas size, pixels, grid. Yeah, it looks good. File, save as. Abbeville header dot png. Close. No. Now we're going to want to go to the street templates. Now if you're making an active street name, you're going to want to select street template.psd like what I just did. But if you're making a defunct one, you'll want street defunct template. The reason why is because they're two different ones. Unless you're doing a one that does not have the street templates in it. But this is how you do it. You pretty much just type in whatever street you have, and then you just crop it down to whatever size you need. So let's say 100, like that. And that's too small, so I'd want to go up to 110. That's still too small, so 120. So 120 pixels wide is how that one would be. But I'm not making one, so for an active, but I am making abandoned. So what you always want to do is start with the I know you are. West Point. I always like to start off with the largest one I have, which in this case is West Point Cutoff. Just make sure I spelled that street name correctly. Yep, West Point Cutoff. Image, canvas size, pixels. This looks like it'll be around 250. Okay, so I can crop them further. Canvas size 20. Yep. Save as. I'd probably recommend it, leaving it. Now, West Point .png, save. Now, Barnes Lane, image canvas size. This guy is probably around 150. Okay, looks like he's closer to 130 or 140. Let's go with 130. Yep. File, save as. Barnes. Now .png. Save. Okay. Close. No. And now what we're going to get to do is edit the index file and make the page itself. Is basically update this. So first off, you want to update the title, Abbeville, Alabama. Now keep in mind when editing, I forgot to mention, but when, like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, when editing the street name files on newer versions of Photoshop, not sure if this is the same with Pixlr, but I do know on newer versions of Photoshop, the file, for whatever reason, it does not like to interpret the text quite right for the Road Geek 2005 fonts. That's something just to be aware of. So now, Control S. So what we're going to want to do is just go through here and let's see here. So this should be AL173. I want to say that's the first one. Yeah, wait, AL27, that's the first one. Now I'm going to go with 3. AL27, AL27, AL27.png. Now, AL173. PNG. Barnes. Main. This is going to become CR41. Now, CR45. And CR. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to fix it. I'd say just make them to the best of your abilities, and I'll fix the ones I have. And also make sure that in your street template files, just shift the text up a little bit, so that way anything that hangs below, like anything with that has a trailer on it, like the lowercase g's, p's, and q's, etc., is not getting cut off on the bottom. And now, West Point. Alright, that is all the images and links updated. So now, I know pretty much everything except for CR45 has a video. This likes videos, I mean. 0. So now I'm just gonna copy paste this into other locations, like right there, right there. Alright, so save that. And now 17, 24, 5. 17, 24, and 5. Alright, that's the first half now. 8, 60, and 24. Oops, Control Z. Four, 24. Now I'm going to update all of the dates. And let's see here. November 11. So just paste all of these on in. And finally, save. Let's see here. I'm going to want to open this. Yep. It's all correct. All looks good. And now I'm going to close out of that. And okay, so this branch done right here. And now finally I'm gonna close out of this. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Because what I still need to do is tally this. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself a spreadsheet open on Microsoft Excel. So let's see here. Here, crossings. New crossings. Update. Updated. New. Updated. Pictures. Videos. Alabama. Let's put that up there. So Abbeville. So we have 6 new, 0 updated. And now let's tally up the pictures. So calculator. So 17 plus 24 plus 5 plus 8 plus 60 plus 24. 138 new pictures. And 1 video. Go ahead and hit save. It's probably going to pull up a dialog box. Yep. So 11, 25, 19. Update. I just personally like to do this when tallying stuff, so that way I can know which one's which. And just make this look a bit better. Border on the bottom and bold it. Whoops, not Control A, Control S. Alright. Now I'm just going to pull up my sticky notes real fast so I can get to the next few ones. Let's see here. Alton, Ansley, Ashford, Athens, Auburn, Banks, Birmingham, Brundage, Clanton. Alright, yeah, Clanton's the one I need to go to next, so I'm gonna extend that a bit. Because now I'm going to show y'all how to update a pre-existing page. So Ethan, I need you to pay close attention to this. So let's see here. Clanton. Alright, and now Jackson. Alright, so when updating any pre-existing page, what you're going to want to do is basically add your pictures or new pictures to the pre-existing page file and then number them after the end of the last one, like I've already done here, where my new pictures start at picture 65. Then once you got that taken care of, you just simply go here and select all your new pictures and make thumbnails for them, like that. And then, because you already have a header and index file that last I checked don't need updating, you can go ahead and just open in the HTML editor of your choice. But what you are going to need to do is open the page that you're going to be editing, and now also what you're going to want to do is open your master copy of the index.html file. So we're going to scroll down here, and now we're going to hit split, because we're going to want to wait for us to load. Split, because now what we're going to want to do is go over here and scroll down to where we begin, which in this case it is page 65, is picture 65. So now I just take, since this guy is conveniently at the beginning of the table, I just take the entire table. That's here, and now I go down to where I end at, which is 76, so 65 to 76. Alright, there we go. Now, paste, and there you go. You have all of the pictures right there. You have everything you need, so you can go ahead and close out that guy, and design. Now, hit Control S, and then just kind of do what you do for the rest. So, there we go. And now So now save that, and now a return trip on 7/21/19 shows changes to the crossing. The first signal. Overhead lights have been upgraded to have Leotech EV series LEDs. Also been the second signal and track views. So now pictures 1 through 64, and now pictures 65 through 76 were taken on not 7/21/19. Control S. So you got that, Ethan? You understand what to do for updating a pre-existing page now, correct? Alright, good. So now I'm just going to open this, just make sure this all looks good. Yes, it does. Video's still loading in. And now, next thing to show y'all is updating a page and adding a video. So up here to Jackson. It's pretty much the same as it was before. And thankfully this one, I don't have to, this one, so let's see here. Pretty much the same as before, so, whoops. I want to go to photo resizers, wherever those are hiding, right there. And just get all of those thumbnails made. Now what I'm going to want to do again is open this. Oops, wrong one. Open this. And now split. Split. So that's at 26. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just take care of this part here. Pictures 1 through 26. And now just remove that. You'll see why shortly. And now, so 26 is right there, so that's 27 as well. Which means I'm just going to want to copy paste this thing all the way to, I want to say it was like 53 was where I ended off at. Yeah, 53. So Control C, and now Control V. Now I'm gonna trim off the extra ones here. So that, I'm gonna take these two, Control X, boom, that's 53. 48. I'm gonna put in with those two. So now, there we are. And now I can remove these guys. Move these, and now up here I'm going to want to remove these two because they are just duplicates of those two images up there, and then remove two of those two there. There we are. And now one final thing. Since we are adding a video, we want to go get the video embedder, which is right up here. So I take the video embed code. I may see about putting this on like Pastebin or something, see if I can anyways. Or at least putting it on the, or, let's see here, I need to close out of that, I shouldn't have left that open. So now, Clanton. I'll fix that shortly. Second Avenue, yeah, I went through and there wasn't any changes. Whoops. Speaking of Second Avenue, I clicked the wrong one. So here we go. Just copy that in here. And now paste in that. Alright, there we go. Now save. Yeah, Second Avenue was unchanged when I went through there. And pictures, I assume I accidentally misspelled it on the on Logan Road. I'll get away from that. A return trip on 7/21/19. Action. Did I know if it was dying or not, or yeah, just said modern histories. Oops. All right, I'll get that fixed shortly. Those and those. So. $54.29 and $88.68. And the gates rise. And also, since I know the gate lights are LED, I can say more Rico LED gate lights and Rico LED gate lights up there. Save. And now Jackson. Open this up. Alright. And yep, there we go. You got the video there. You got all this. So now I can close out of this and now go to Logan, reopen that in Dreamweaver. And yep, sure enough, I accidentally left off an E there. Save, close, close, close. Now, when updating a pre-existing town page as well, all that you have to do is, you probably already know this, Ethan, but this is for people who don't know, for updating a pre-existing town page. You want to figure out how many pictures you added to each town, to each crossing, and whichever ones you did not update. So what I'm going to do is just paste in the date here to the two that I have updated, Logan and Jackson. So that way I know which ones I need to do, and then just remove the green text from all of the other ones. then this guy I can actually move to up here. Oops, 30. And now. And if there had been any changes to Second Avenue, I would have gotten a video, an update video like I did for Logan Drive, by the way, Ethan. So now, remove that. I probably should have swung by Center Avenue, see if they'd fixed the upside down crossbuck there. Drive. Now, what I want to do is, whoops. So what I'm going to want to do, I know I have one video here, so I can go ahead and update that. Save. Now I'm going to see your Clanton, Logan. So 76 minus 64 equals 12. Whoops. Oops. Control Z. And now 53 minus 26 equals 27. Oh, of course it does that. Now save. Alright, so we have 0 new, 2 updated, 12 plus 27, 39, and 1 video. 9 pictures and 1 video. Alright. Save. Save that a few times. And now I'm just going to make sure this looks good. And, whoops, wrong index. So this looks good. Yep, that looks correct. And now, for anyone who has been watching the video, if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and ask them in the next few minutes. I'm going to wait till 4:05 or 4:10. Yes, I'm using Microsoft Office 2007. I'm just going to wait till about 4:10 for y'all to get your questions in. And about making web pages, and I'll try to answer them. Because I should have covered everything. Just about. I mean, updating the state pages, that is pretty much done the same way as updating these. So, if you have any questions about making pages, go ahead and ask them within the next 10 minutes. And I'm also going to, while you go ask your questions, I'm going to go get some water because I'm really thirsty. And just go ahead and ask them while I get the water, and when I get back, I'll answer them. And I'll be waiting till 4:10, and at 4:10, I'm going to be stopping the stream. All right, so questions. All right. The remaining crossings on the SNA South. Yes, I got all the remaining ones. I got all the crossings in Jackson, Tennessee. I'm not doing only Alabama. I'm also doing 2 crossings in Florida and in Plant City, Florida, and Georgia. Yeah, I can include that in the December update, by the way. So to answer your 4 questions, yes. I'm also doing Georgia and part of Florida. And yes. All right, any other questions? Yes. I'll send you, like I said, once the stream's over, I'll go ahead and I'll see about getting the Georgia stuff pulled off of the server, or at least getting what I have. I think I may have already pulled it off the server already, and at least getting it posted on Google Drive and sent to you. All right, anyone else have any questions, or is everyone good? If you don't have any questions, and if you do have questions and it's after the stream, don't feel free to ask me them on Mike's Crossing website, on my Discord, or in the comments below, and I'll try to respond to you as soon as I can. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut off the stream here, as I do not have any more questions, it appears, and it's pretty much almost 4:10 now. So this is pretty much the last. Oh, okay. I do not know yet. It's got a ton of towns. In fact, if you want to see all the towns in the update, there you go. A lot of Alabama, fair amount of Georgia, and a city in Florida. So I'm just going to wait for the next 2 minutes. For the next 1 minute here, and I'm saying if you want, get them sent to, I'm going to send you the Georgia stuff, and I want you to send me don't update the Georgia index page itself, because I'll be handling that, but send me the updated stuff for that such, and I'll be adding it to that list once you finish organizing your pictures and getting the pages made for them. Alright, that's the end of this stream pretty much. We got so I can probably go ahead and at least pull up, see here, go to the live dashboard, Make sure, just check through, make sure nothing got held for review. Yep, don't see anything major. And yep, 410. So y'all have a wonderful evening. Then I'll probably see you on the next Premiere stream or whatever. So y'all have a great day.